You know, I'm not a New Ager, and I'm happier. Hey guys, it's John out here on the back deck enjoying this gorgeous weather. It's about 80 degrees outside, and sun is coming in and out of the clouds sporadically, but it's mostly cloudy up there. I wanted to hop on here with my glass of iced tea, enjoying this afternoon. Talk about the concept of being happier as not a New Ager. Now, this video is not to bash the New Age movement or the Old Age movement. It's about to talk about, once again, my personal truth. You know, when I first had the experience of my past life being presented to me and then having the regression and remembering it, everyone wanted to lump me into the New Age movement. And I never really fit into the New Age movement. I also never really fit into the religious constructs of Catholicism or any other religion. I never really fit into any of those dogmatic ideologies. I don't see the logic in crystals. I don't see the logic in tarot cards. I don't see the logic in numerology or astrology. None of those things really jive for me personally. I know a lot of people who find a lot of great comfort in those things. For a brief time, I went down the route of getting every tarot card reader to read me and every astrologer and numerologist to read me. And I kept getting, leaning into what they said about me. I very quickly discovered that they can very quickly become an addictive behavior. You start living your life by what people are telling you your life will be. And I never really had a happy life. When somebody else was telling me what my life was going to be, someone was saying, this is what's going to happen to you in the future. This is what's going to do this. These are what your cards are saying this week. And over time, I started to realize all the cards were just ambiguous enough that you could find meaning in them. And so for me, I was less happy. I was less joyful when I was into all the cards and the crystals and everything of that nature. Like I say, it doesn't mean that they're wrong. It's just for me, it doesn't work. I find that me being in my own power, my own choice, my own creation, understanding that I have free will. Someone just this morning tried to do a big argument with me about there is no free will. And I found the whole argument just to be him trying to dictate his own dogmas and doctrines. And I absolutely don't engage in such conversations. He tried to get me to read something he read and ask me to disprove the logic. I was like, I don't need to disprove that person's logic because logic is subjective. When I look at it from the perspective of what has worked for me, and for me, it has always come down to stripping away the non-essential. It has always been coming back to being the child so I can enter the kingdom of heaven. Child has no belief, doesn't believe in crystals or prayer, doesn't believe in damnation and hell, doesn't believe in numerology or astrology. Child has no belief at all. The child is just clear and clean. You must become as a child to enter the kingdom of heaven. You must be born again. Start over with a fresh, clean slate. For me, that has worked exceptionally well. And I have lived a life of absolute joy and love and compassion ever since I stopped listening to what everybody else was saying my life was to be or was going to be, or that this was a fated or destined future that was in the stars, the cards, or the numbers. To me, it always came down to me in the moment, creating. Like I said, spirituality is a personal journey, and everyone has their own journey. And I'm not discounting what you believe. This video is about what I believe. For me, it doesn't work. For me personally, I find that what Jeshua, Buddha, Krishna all said was, what we think we become, we create our world. If that is the case, then all of those other things in old age dogmas and new age dogmas don't work for me because they don't fit into that model. I create my world. The world isn't created for me because I have a specific stone in my pocket or the cards say a certain thing. I create the world. And so in my life, I have been living that way for many, many, many years. And it has created a beautiful lifestyle, a beautiful life, surrounded by people I love. And I'm very excited and very happy with my truth. I Part of my truth is that I would not dictate to you what to believe. Part of my truth is that spirituality is a personal journey, and I would not deprive anybody of their spiritual journey because it's their journey to take. And when they find within themselves their own personal power of creation, their life will change dramatically. And am I saying that they haven't found that already with the cards? No. I'm saying that that is not my way. That is not the way I go. I truly believe that we are the creator of our experience, and it's all far simpler. My oldest regression, my first one said, it's so simple we have a hard time comprehending it. I think the crystals, cards, and numbers and stars are all just too complex. It's a complexity that's not in my personal truth. And so I wanted to hop on and just have this little quick conversation about this and let you know how I felt about it because a lot of people ask me about it, and I wanted to make sure that I just shared my thoughts about I am happier when I'm not a new ager, but I'm also happier when I'm not an old ager. I'm extremely happy when I'm a present ager. And that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.